Hey everybody, welcome to the Traveling Pot. I'm Janice Harris. On today, we're going to make bacon waffles with fried chicken. So we'll be right back and then we'll get started. Hey everybody, welcome back. So today, we're going to mix together 2 cups of flour, a teaspoon of salt, about 5 teaspoons of baking powder, 3 tablespoons of sugar. I use sugar in the raw, but you can use whatever you want to use. 2 eggs, 1/4 of a cup of butter, and I mixed mine with vegetable oil. So it's 4 tablespoons of butter, and I evened it off with vegetable oil. And I have 4 strips of bacon that I've cut and I've chopped up for later, and 1.5 cups of buttermilk. So we're going to start by putting our dry ingredients into our flour. Okay, we're going to start and we're going to mix in our dry ingredients, that's the baking powder and the salt together. So y'all know that I have my video person is always on me about staying on task, and so she can come in so y'all can see everything. So I'm going to add now the eggs to the milk along with the sugar, the butter and oil mixture, and we're going to save the bacon. That's going to be the last thing that we're going to put up there. And we're going to add in here a teaspoon of good vanilla. You know, one of the things you could, if you don't want to use vanilla, I've done this with almond flavoring, which came out awesome as well. So, change it up. Do some new things. Put some lemon zest or orange zest, or you know what? Today I might even put some Nutella in it. It's a basic waffle recipe, and you should be able to make it what you want to make it. Make it for dinner. Put some chopped rosemary up in there and some lemon zest. Oh my goodness, that sounds good already. So we're going to add the wet ingredients to the dry one. Now this is going to come out a little lumpy because you got to get it in there a little bit, but that's okay. I was telling them that doing this reminds me of my dad and my mom when I was growing up. And on Sundays, not every Sunday, especially in the winter time, they would make cornbread and put cracklings in it. And if you don't know what cracklings are pork skins. There's tiny little pork skins, and they would put cracklings in the cornbread, and we call it crackling bread, and we would have it with our dinner. And the first time I did this with bacon reminded me of my mom or my dad, whichever one was cooking the cornbread, making the crackling bread. So we're going to let this rest, and we're going to, while it's resting, we're going to start dropping some chicken into the fryer. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. So while our waffle batter is resting, we're going to, in this bowl, where I have seasoned some chicken strips, I have my own seasoning that I put together, and I put in 1/2 cup of regular milk, and I let it set in the fridge for about 45 minutes while we were getting everything ready for the show. In this bowl is 1.5 cups of flour and 1/2 cup of cornstarch. The cornstarch is because I like my chicken a little crispy, and if you like crispier chicken, add cornstarch to your mixture and to your flour, and it'll make it a little crispier for you. So I'm gonna dredge this chicken into the flour, and we're gonna go ahead and fry it up, everybody. So look, this is I know that I'm taping, and I know that y'all are at home watching. And by the way, thanks a lot for all of you who have shared my videos and who have subscribed. Thank you so much. I couldn't do this if it wasn't for you. I surely appreciate it. And I want y'all to, to keep tuning in for any of my live events, because we'll be going out to different places, and I want y'all to see where we're going and seeing what's going on in the different communities. All right, so we're going to dredge this, and then after we dredge it, we're going to go straight to the fryer. Just cover it. Now, there are times, and I must say, that I will have dumped all this in here and put my hand in here and just got with it. And if that's what you want to do, then that's what you do. Because you know what? It makes it quick and to the point. Wash your hands. Clean hands, people. Clean hands. That's the first instrument before we had all these tools, was hands. So use them. It'll be good. My mother used to soak her chicken in buttermilk overnight. Oh my gosh. That woman could cook some chicken. It was something that, especially on, I don't know what it was about first Sundays, but we would be down at, on some first Sunday, I don't know what was going on, but everybody would get together. This is in the old days, people. This is not now. We don't do that. We didn't have all them big fellowship halls and all that stuff then, but everybody would get together and they would cook, and they would put all the food in a box, and they would cover their food and get it ready and put it in a box. And after the service was over, then they would go to the back, and all the kids had to sit down, of course, because as always, if you ever go to church anywhere, who eats first? The preacher. The preacher always eats first. And so they would sit us down, and they would open those boxes, and honey, then they would warm what they could warm with whatever stove they had at that time. But everything didn't get to be warm. But one thing it was, that fried chicken, whether it was cold or hot or whatever, it was always so good. And it was beautifully browned. And they didn't have all that stuff that we got now. They put a lot of love in their food. And that's what I put in mine, a whole lot of love. And I hope that's what you're putting in yours, a whole lot of love. Just frying chicken and cooking for my family reminds me so much of my mom, and because she cooked for a living. And for those of y'all who subscribe, you probably know that my mom cooked for a living. She was an awesome cook, and she was an awesome woman. So I tell y'all what, this kind of reminds me of her, and that bacon going into a waffle, even though this is not crackling bread. But you know what? Maybe I'll make a segment with some crackling bread. For all of y'all who don't know crackling bread, I think I might just make a segment with some crackling bread. And let's all cook some crackling bread and get some, I'll call somebody in Georgia and just tell them to send me a can of cane patch syrup. So let's go to the fryer and let's get this fried up. So everybody, this is our fryer. The oil in here, this is plain vegetable oil, and I have it at 350 degrees. Make sure that your oil is hot before you start frying chicken. You do not want your chicken to be soggy. You want nice crispy chicken. So always make sure that your oil is hot. If you're pan frying, make sure your pan is hot before you put your oil in, okay? The temp will go down as the chicken goes in, but don't worry about that. The temp will come back up. So if y'all see that my video person is jumping and moving and the camera goes all kind of ways, that's because she got popped and she don't like grease. But that's okay. We're gonna get her used to this, all right? So before you start, trying to take your chicken out and everything, please make sure that you got your pan ready that's lined. I line mine with parchment, And then on top of the parchment, I have paper towels because you want to drain it. Sometimes I get a colander and I line my colander with paper so that it can catch that extra grease. Again, you don't want soggy chicken. You want nice, crispy chicken. And when it goes on top of these waffles, you want nice, crispy, hot chicken. So when you put it in with that waffle and cut it, you know, you get the crispiness of the chicken along with the crispiness and the softness of that bacon waffle. So you want both of them to kind of coincide together. That's the reason I tell you that. So we'll be right back. This one is ready to come out, as you can tell. You see I hope you can see all the herbs that was in my spice mix. And it's beautifully brown, nice and crispy. So we're gonna go ahead and pour this out. We're gonna put some more in, and while that other one is cooking, we're gonna go ahead and get some waffles started. All right, we're back. While the chicken is cooking, that's our second batch, I have some light oil in a spray bottle. We're gonna spray our waffle maker and waffle iron. I don't know why I don't realize I see a waffle maker. Anyway. I don't know either. Anyway, my video person don't know either, so. But if you saw the segment with the pancakes, you know on the first time, you always need to make sure your pan is really nice and oiled, okay? This is a cute little gadget. You can just use whatever oil you got and oil it down. I kind of like it. All right, so this is already hot. I always start from the middle and go out and I have a plate under my waffle iron because of the fact if it happens to flow over, then I'll be ready and without such a big mess. Here's the bacon. Oh my God. You know what? Them grandbabies are gonna love this. You know, you put this down. I don't know how your waffle iron is made, but once you get it down, you turn it over. And we're gonna let it sit there, and it's gonna cook for about 3 minutes. And of course, you see it cooks on both sides, so about 3 minutes, and we're gonna take it out and see what it looks like. So we are getting ready to take our first waffle out. Look at that. You can see the small pieces of bacon in between there, the crispiness of the waffle. It spilled just a little bit, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. So you get a fork and you go ahead and take it out, lay it down. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be awesome. My goodness. Let's get some more made, y'all, and let's get ready to put this together because it's gonna be good. And you know what? I'm ready to eat. Hey everybody, welcome back. So let me catch us up to speed. Finished off the chicken, finished frying it up, and I finished the waffles. Wow. So what I did was, you saw me do the bacon waffles, but while I was cooking, I also, for my grandchildren, I added a little Nutella into some of the waffles. So what do? Is you put some batter in, not a whole lot, put some batter in, and then put a little Nutella right in the middle on each little thingy, and then cover it with some more batter, and then put down your top and let it cook normally. And then when they open it up, boom, they got some Nutella waffles. I'm telling you, it smells good, it looks good, it's hot, the chicken is crispy. And so therefore, look at this. I got some warm syrup to go over this. This is going to be great. Nice, hot, crispy waffles and chicken. It's gonna be good because I made it, and yours is gonna be good because you made it. I'm telling you, you can't go wrong with this recipe. So remember, always, please, like, share, subscribe. You know I would not be here if it wasn't for you. Thank y'all so much for your support, for the outpouring of love. I really do appreciate it. My heart just, it overflows because of the fact, I tell you what, y'all are so great, and I thank you. I pray for you. I pray that all is well with each of you. Blessings and love to you. Till next time.